The presidency of John F. Kennedy comes alive this weekend on the National Geographic Channel in a docudrama based on Bill O'Reilly's book, Killing Kennedy. Rob Lowe plays JFK, who's challenged at home and abroad.
In a matter of days, those missiles will be operational. We have to act.
That will not be pushed. Not by Khrushchev, not by you, or anyone else. One thing's for certain, I'm not going to allow nuclear missiles in the backyard. I want to see limited military option. I want to hear something out of state. Viewers had a word the whole meeting. I want options in 40 minutes.
Bill O'Reilly's latest book in his genre of historic men is called Killing Jesus. Good morning.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Great to have you. So, how do you think the movie turned out? Rob Lowe?
Yeah, he's good. Very tough accent to do. But even more impressive to me than the accent was the body language. Kennedy had a patrician bearing, a rich guy. When you're raised in wealth in America, you carry yourself a little bit differently. And Lowe, who wasn't a wealthy guy, he's a Midwestern guy, got it. And so I was very impressed with how Lowe handled the whole thing.
A known actor versus an unknown actor? Why Rob Lowe?
You know, I was the executive producer, but I don't really micromanage Scott Free, which produced it, and they thought he was going to be good. So I said, fine. You know, they know better than I do.
What do you think was the most important thing we learned about JFK from your book and then what is in this documentary?
That there was no conspiracy of a magnitude where there were other gunmen. That, you know, Americans are still very confused because there's a lot of money to be made in this conspiracy deal. But J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI chief, wanted there to be a conspiracy. That's the key to my book and the whole thing, because then he could control the investigation. Most people don't know the Dallas Police Department controlled the whole assassination investigation because it wasn't a federal crime. It was a murder.
And they messed up.
And they messed up big time. So Hoover sent 80 agents down with orders to find a conspiracy. Find it so I can run this. And they couldn't.
Yeah. I want to turn to your other book, Killing Jesus, which, of course, we talked about on 60 Minutes. Number one.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You interviewed me, right?
I remember seeing that.
Have you recovered?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, you grilled me pretty hard, but the Holy Spirit inspired me to do the interview with you.
Again? You're going to bring that up again?
I got a pen pal thing going on with the Holy Spirit now. Yeah, it's number one. Thanks a lot, 60 Minutes. You know, it's my biggest selling book ever.
What about these historians who, you know, are sort of saying behind your back, oh my goodness, Bill O'Reilly is not a historian. He's not a theologian, and he's writing these history books now. Yeah,
theologian you're absolutely right about, and there's no theology in Killing Jesus. But they've been saying the same thing about me as a journalist for 35 years. He's not a journalist. I don't care what they say. It doesn't matter. I just want to do good work, and the folks seem to like it, so it's fine with me.
What are the common threads you see in all these men that you've covered now? It's 3 books now.
Yeah, personal charisma that's off the chart, number one. A dignity, number two. That Kennedy came to later in his life. And number three, just a mesmerizing quality that's almost indescribable. Lincoln, Kennedy, and Jesus all had that. And we don't think of Jesus as a man, and that's why I wrote Killing Jesus, because he was a man. And I'm taking you inside his world, I'm putting you there, and I think that's what everybody's responding to.
Can we talk about the election results this week? Because we saw Chris Christie win pretty resoundingly and do very well among Hispanics in his state. Do you think, though, that he can make it through a Republican primary?
Christie?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Christie's a good politician in the sense that he's a populist. He's glib. He knows how to handle himself. And
you think South Carolina would, he could make it through a South Carolina primary?
Look, the Republican Party needs to win. So, you know, sure, there are going to be right-wing people who don't vote for him. But I think if you are a Republican, that you're going to have to field somebody to beat Hillary Clinton. And certainly Chris Christie can give Hillary Clinton a run.
What's his biggest weakness?
I think he's impatient. He's an impatient man. And on a national spotlight, that's going to hurt him. I don't know. He won't submit to an interview with me.
He won't?
He will not.
Why?
Christie will not. I don't. He just won't do it. So I can't tell you policy-wise how versed he is because I've never seen him under that spotlight. He's going to have to get under it, whether it's me or somebody else, but he has not come in.
Okay. Finally, I just want to ask you, because I know you're a lifelong Catholic, you go to church every Sunday, about the Pope, Pope Francis. And we just learned how transformative this Pope is. For the first time since the 60s, he's actually sending out a survey to ask Catholics about everything from gay marriage to their views about contraception. What do you think about this Pope?
Well, he understands that the church brand is damaged, the Catholic Church brand is damaged. He understands that if he wants to turn that around, he has to be acceptable as a messenger. So he's trying to say to the world, look, I'm not closed-minded. My papacy is not about judgment, it's about engagement. So he's smart. I mean, he's a great PR guy. I don't know the Pope, but what he's doing is trying to open up people's minds to, again, listen to the message of the Catholic Church, which they had not been doing because of the priest scandals.
Bill O'Reilly, thank you for being
Guys, thanks for having me in.
here. All right.
Thanks.
You guys are perky in the morning, aren't they? Perky?
We're trying to be. It's the coffee.
Yeah, there's
we don't
perky.
stop.